thrilled with the bulls. What's occurred to me right in the catalogue is just the incredible depth of the pedigrees on them. I was talking to you about a bull there, and I think in that pedigree he had Hingai 469 twice, Cruise Time, Courts, Flower N30, Canamble Hector, Paratrooper, Rocket Man, Abigail P152, Lockup, and I think there was 10 or 11 of the 14 lines of that 3-generation pedigree were just top of their generation animals. And I think it's that stacking of those elite genetics year on year culminates in the bull draft that we produce each year is the explanation for the depth of the offering. I've been that stimulated by what's happening in the branding marketplace for our commercial customers, and we've been branding as much as we can at the sale yards at point of sale with our endorsing the animals that are claiming to be Millah Murrah bloodlines. What's been just so exciting for the industry in the last few weeks is what's happened with Auctions Plus. And this brand verification thing's been 5 years in the pipeline, but now what they've done is come up with this fabulous brand verification thing that all the Seedstock guys are buying into quickly. And what it's going to do is ensure that those premiums that are real actually get channeled to where the people are that should be getting them, people who invest in our genetics. And obviously it's not just applicable to Millah Murrah, but what a great step forward. As a seed stocker, you love designing the animals, but then to actually see your customers go out and get rewarded with a good premium, and now to know that that's actually not being sort of abused, it just gives me more impetus to carry on what we do and to just keep striving to breed them better and better. The cow line, and it's a common cry from seedstock breeders. You know, we're all about the cow herd. We really have been about the cow herd since my dad's time. Now, I inherited a cow herd that probably wasn't overly fashionable, but goodness me, they were easiest doing animals. They were small and they were incredibly heavy fleshed animals. He was a big cow man. What our perception is of how you breed good cattle is following those dam lines. We've had 17 female lines come in since inception almost 60 years ago, but there's only really 6 that have carried on. The Abigails, the Flowers, Brendas, Prus, Rados and Ella lines, and they do sort themselves out, and just the performance of the calves. There is some real truth into that female side of things, and that is where we've always concentrated. So I think there's a real compounding. You multiply the good genetics, you stack these good genetics generation upon generation, and you reinforce the strength of the lines that are going out so that you're going to get a more consistent product. It's why, I mean, we get such incredible customer satisfaction reports on the progeny. And I just think that's because we haven't really, we'll bring new bloodlines in, but we're pretty conservative with our breeding. And I love line breeding. I just love picking those good lines that work and multiplying them, you know, obviously using sensible genetic interval in doing that, but multiplying those fantastic genetics and pulling them back in. You know, I always go back to the New Zealand bull Hingai 469. I've got cattle in the herd that I can go back 7 and 8 generations and find him in there, you know, 5, 6, 7 times. And I think that's the other thing that fascinates me. You know, our herd now is 10 to 20 generations deep since my dad took it on. Well, you go back 20 generations, you've actually got 1 million antecedents. You go back 10 generations, there's over 1,000. You're not going to get every animal right, but of those 1,000 or million ancestors, you want to get as many of those right and multiply them, and the ones that aren't working, you've got to get them out of the system quickly. It's the art of the game.